It's time for Huntingdon Bearcat basketball. Presented tonight by Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, the heart of the community. And by Penn Highlands Community College, an affordable education close to home. Tonight's Bearcat basketball game is also brought to you by All-American Pizza and Subs, Mel's Concrete LLC, Brenneman's Meat Markets, and by Simone Family Chiropractic and Weight Loss in downtown Huntingdon. And now, with all the action of tonight's Bearcat basketball game, here's the voice of Bearcat basketball, Dave Shannon, on the airnetwork.net.
And a good evening to one and all from Huntingdon Area High School. I'm Dave Shannon for tonight's game between the Huntingdon Bearcats and the Bellefonte Red Raiders. Just had an exciting JV game. Final score in that one, as it was a come from behind, down at 10 at the half. The Bellefonte JV boys come back to win the game 54-53 right here at Huntingdon High School. Going to attempt to do something here. We've just been having a ridiculous amount of trouble with some of our equipment. I'm sorry, fans. I know that's not your problem, but I would like to for you to be able to hear the coach's comments as we are heading into tonight's game. I'm going to try this a completely different way. We've been having trouble getting this set up. I'll try it a different way, and we'll try to bring that to you in just a bit. Let's talk about the Bearcats, as they were busy last night taking on a Phillipsburg Osceola Mounties, and they win 82-63. Anxious to see the young man Nick Rigby. He scored 32 last night, including 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. Meanwhile, Jayton Smith, he sank 3 3-pointers in last night's game. So we're looking forward to seeing those two young men. Bellefonte coming into the game with a mark of 4-8 overall and 3-3 in the conference. Last game out for them, they beat Bald Eagle Area by a score of 58-27. We'll be back, and we hopefully will be able to let you know what the coach had to say. We'll do that. We'll take a commercial timeout now and be back with more. You're listening to Huntingdon Bearcat basketball, and it's on the airnetwork.net.
Pennsylvania Highlands Community College provides you the option to earn an associate degree, diploma, or certificate at an affordable cost. The Penn Highlands Huntingdon Center, located on Margie Drive in Huntingdon, offers degree programs in business management, criminal justice, liberal arts and sciences, and psychology. Are you ready to take the next step on your career path? Contact Penn Highlands Huntingdon at 814-643-6200 or visit Penn Highlands Community College online at pennhighlands.edu.
Grab the Big Kahuna, the 24-square cut pizza with your choice of one topping for only $19.99. Now at All-American Pizza and Subs at 612 Washington Street, downtown Huntingdon. All-American Pizza and Subs has delivery, and they're the home of great pizza, subs, salad, wings, and more for lunch, dinner, or a late-night snack. Call All-American Pizza and Subs right now at 643-0222. Closed Mondays. All-American Pizza and Subs. Like us on Facebook.
It's a brand new year, so start it off right by shedding those pounds and living a healthy lifestyle. Call Dr. Michael Simone at Simone Family Chiropractic and Weight Loss at 613 Washington Street, downtown Huntingdon, for a proven safe way to shed those extra pounds. Dr. Simone utilizes the doctor-supervised Chiro Thin weight loss program that helps you lose significant weight without exercise, expensive prepackaged foods, or diet shakes. It's real food with real results. Try the Chiro Thin plan on your way to a healthier you by calling Dr. Simone for a free consultation. Call 643-2616 for a happier you.
The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223 is the heart of the community. Becoming a member of the Huntingdon Moose enables you to join friends who have served the community for over 100 years. Join the women of the Moose for another great breakfast and bake sale coming up Saturday, January 21st from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Plus, check out our Friday food specials every Friday this month. The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, serving the community with the best value in town.
Brenneman's Meat Markets are celebrating nearly 70 years in providing Huntingdon County with quality USDA-approved processed pork, chicken, and beef products. Brenneman's has 2 locations in the county where the tradition of the finest meats are found in the region. Stop by Brenneman's Huntingdon weekdays from 8 to 6, Saturdays 8 to 3. Mount Union, open 9 to 5 weekdays and 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Choose specials of $10 to $50 meat packs containing your favorite meats. Or stop by and ask about our select custom cuts, prepared and packaged while you wait. Brenneman's Meat Markets in Huntingdon and Mount Union. Call our office at 814-643-2751 for specials and more information.
Mel's Concrete in Huntingdon has over 20 years experience in providing you with quality concrete work. When you have any job dealing with concrete, call Mel Woomer at 643-0909. Mel's Concrete specializing in porches, patios, basements, sidewalks, and more. Mel's Concrete also specializes in snow removal. There's no job too big or too small when it comes to concrete. Call Mel's Concrete, LLC at 643-0909.
Bearcats are taking on the Bellefonte Red Raiders in tonight's basketball game. And we're going to give this one more try. And, Greg, I'll come back to you after I give this a quick start and intro to the coach. We'll see if you're able to hear that back there. And we did talk to the head coach of the Huntingdon Bearcats, Nick Payne, and we're going to try to bring that to you right now. Well, the AirNetwork.net back at Huntingdon Area High School for tonight's game between the Huntingdon Bearcats. And we're going to check with Greg Banks to see if he's actually
Sounds good, man. Go with it. Let's go.
All right, Coach Payne. And the Bellefonte Red Raiders joining me now as the head coach of the Bearcats. And, of course, that is Nick Payne. Coach, team's off to a pretty good start. You got a young squad, decent record so far, 7-4 overall, 4-3 in the conference. Doing pretty well.
Yeah, you know, we had these guys coming up as a younger age. You know, we knew the talent coming up, and you know, we want to try to gel together here, and you know, we've been playing pretty well, and you know, I said to some colleagues today, like these guys aren't intimidated by anyone. We might be a little bit on the small side, but they go out and just play hard, you know, every second of the game.
Well, a lot of times those small guys are the ones that end up being the heroes in a game. Let's look back over the last couple of games. One I'm sure you'd prefer maybe not to look back at. But one thing you did say after that game was over, you learn from your mistakes as you go on through life, whether it be basketball or anything else. And it was a tough loss there against Central. You had the lead. You had a 6-point lead with, a minute left to go.
Yeah, it's about a 6-point lead, and they came out and they ran a 1-3-1 full court. They're trying to funnel us into about the half-court area and trap us, and you know, we just got rattled a little bit, turned the ball over, and you know, and that's what happens. And they got a couple easy baskets, and we fouled Dotson on one of those turnovers, which then he tied the game up. But you know, we regrouped on Sunday, watched a little film, learned from the mistakes. And you know, last night, you know, I always say short-term memory, and last night we came out and you know, played fairly hard. You know, all 4 quarters.
Yeah, last night you walk away from PO with an 82-63 win in that game. Of course, one of the big stories out of that, Nick Rigby. I'm going to be anxious. This will be my first time to see the Bearcats in action. Going to be anxious to see Nick. He put 32 in last night. Talk about him and how he's been doing this season.
Again, he's just a sophomore, and sometimes we forget that. He's just one of the hardest working kids I've probably coached in the last 7 years. He's one of the first ones in the gym, one of the last ones out of the gym. I actually have to kick him out at times. You know, he's always in the weight room, and he just puts his heart and soul into everything, and you know, it's paying dividends here on the court for us.
Yeah, and it will for him too as he goes along in life. Dedication always returns payoff at some point. Jayton Smith with 3 3-pointers in last night's game. Obviously a strength of his game, and the 3-point, I'm torn at times with a 3-point shot at high school. because sometimes I think the young people that play the game in high school want to go to that way too often.
Well, I went to Juniata Valley, so Coach Mike Fields, he helps us out here, and that's who we are as well. We want to put the shot up, and we mentioned about being a little bit on the smaller side. Sometimes that's what we have, and we work on the three a lot, and we have the gun, and we put a lot of shots up from the perimeter. So, you live and die by the three sometimes.
All right, one last thing, taking on the Bellefonte Red Raiders tonight. What do you know about Bellefonte, and what are you expecting out of them here?
We played them earlier on, first week in the season, so I'm kind of anxious to see how they've grown as a team. I know they've made a couple changes, as the season went on. The Rocky kid's a handful inside, and, we don't quite have the size to match up for them, so it's going to be, trying to adjust and as the game goes.
All right. Coach Nick Payne, good luck in tonight's game.
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, and we'll be back with the start of tonight's game after this on the airnetwork.net.
The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223 is the heart of the community. Becoming a member of the Huntingdon Moose enables you to join friends who have served the community for over 100 years. Join the women of the Moose for another great breakfast and bake sale coming up Saturday, January 21st from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Plus, check out our Friday food specials every Friday this month. The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, serving the community with the best value in town.
Pennsylvania Highlands Community College provides you the option to earn an associate degree, diploma, or certificate at an affordable cost. The Penn Highlands Huntingdon Center, located on Margie Drive in Huntingdon, offers degree programs in business management, criminal justice, liberal arts and sciences, and psychology. Are you ready to take the next step on your career path? Contact Penn Highlands Huntingdon at 814-643-6200 or visit Penn Highlands Community College online at pennhighlands.edu. It's a brand new year, so start it off right by shedding those pounds and living a healthy lifestyle. Call Dr. Michael Simone at Simone Family Chiropractic and Weight Loss at 613 Washington Street, downtown Huntingdon, for a proven safe way to shed those extra pounds. Dr. Simone utilizes the doctor-supervised Chiro Thin weight loss program that helps you lose significant weight without exercise, expensive prepackaged foods, or diet shakes. It's real food with real results. Try the Chiro Thin plan on your way to a healthier you by calling Dr. Simone for a free consultation. Call 643-2616 for a happier you.
Grab the Big Kahuna, the 24 square cut pizza with your choice of one topping for only $19.99. Now at All American Pizza and Subs at 612 Washington Street, downtown Huntingdon. All American Pizza and Subs has delivery, and they're the home of great pizza, subs, salad, wings, and more for lunch, dinner, or a late night snack. Call All American Pizza and Subs right now at 643-0222. Closed Mondays. All American Pizza and Subs. Like us on Facebook.
And welcome back to Huntingdon High School for tonight's game between the Bearcats and the Red Raiders of Bellefonte. A reminder, the Bearcat Sports on the airnetwork.net, presented by Huntingdon Moose Family Center number 223 and by the Pennsylvania Highlands Community College. Other supporters of tonight's broadcast include All-American Pizza and Subs, Mel's Concrete LLC, Dr. Michael Simone, and by Brenneman's Meat Markets. Thanks for listening to Bearcat Sports exclusively on the airnetwork.net. As a matter of fact, we'll have another girls basketball game coming up for you Friday night here on the airnetwork.net. And wrestling continues on as well, and that'll be coming up next week. As a matter of fact, 2 weeks, February 1st. It'll be the Grapplers of Huntingdon taking on Central. So the Bearcats and Central coming up on February 1st. And, of course, with Chad States right here on the airnetwork.net. Once again, happy to have you aboard here tonight. Starters for the Bellefonte Red Raiders in tonight's game. Tyler Krieger, number 22. Nate Tice, number 3. Cade Fortney wears number 12, and number 15, Ben McCartney, also in the starting five. Caleb Rocky rounds things out. He got some attention from the head coach of the Bearcats, Nick Payne. Out there for Coach Payne starting tonight's game, we have Jonathan Price, Nick Rigby, Jayton Smith, the three-point expert, Owen Lane, and Matthew Sellers. Tip controlled by the Red Raiders as we're just underway here at Huntingdon High School, and bringing the ball up the floor for the Red Raiders is Tyler Krieger. Krieger on the right wing goes over to the left wing, and Cade Fortney back to Krieger into the corner now. Nate Tice back out. Krieger into the far corner, skip pass, driving toward the lane, and then making a pass to Caleb Rocky. Rocky gets another pass this time, instead kicks it into the corner, and it's a 3-second violation on the Bellefonte Red Raiders. No score, just underway here in period number 1. From Huntingdon High School, Dave Shannon with you on the airnetwork.net. Bearcats, a little bit of a press, but do get it up the floor inside, putting the shot up and not converting. Nick Rigby, one and done for the Bearcats on that drive up the floor. Tyler Krieger once again brings the ball over the midcourt stripe. Over on the right wing into the corner, Nate Tice. Nate Tice goes inside, and an attempted layup by Caleb Rocky hits the bottom of the backboard. Bearcats quickly up the floor. Pass goes inside, then back over here in the near side. Jonathan Price in the left wing as the Bearcats move from right to left across your internet dial in tonight's game. Pass goes back out over to Jayton Smith, then down into the right corner to Owen Lane. Back out. Smith now pulls back, takes a drive down, kicks it to the lane. Owen dribbles toward the hoop, bounces it off the backboard, gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good again. Rocky trying to get the rebound, unable to come up with control of it, and it goes out of bounds. No score, 6.5 left to go in the first quarter here at Bellefonte High School. At Huntingdon High School. The Bellefonte Red Raiders in town, dressed in all red with Bellefonte across the front in white along with white numbers. 3-point attempt by Jonathan Price is no good. It rims out, and it will be Red Raiders basketball. As I mentioned, the Red Raiders coming in with a mark of 4-8 overall under Coach Chris Blunt, 3-3 in the conference. Meanwhile, Nick Payne having a better go of things so far with his young Huntingdon Bearcats. Some good hoops for the future coming up here out of Huntingdon. Now coming out at the top of the key this time was Rocky. Now it's Krieger. Pass goes in on the right elbow into the left corner, up for three and in from Nate Tice. And the early lead goes to the Red Raiders, 3-0. Pressure again by the Red Raiders as Huntingdon brings the ball up the floor. They do manage to get control in their own end, though, and now start to work toward their offensive end. Dribbling the ball between the circles. Jonathan Price hands it off. Jayton Smith goes back and takes Price's place. Back out. 3-point attempts off the front of the rim by Jayton Smith, and the rebound is pulled down by Rocky. And here come the Red Raiders again. Krieger over the midcourt stripe. Dribbles on the right side, and that was dribbled off the foot of Jayton Smith, and it will be Red Raiders basketball. 5:14 left to go in the first quarter, a 3-0 Red Raiders lead here on the airnetwork.net. Trying to inbound the ball is Ben McCartney, and he finally gets it in to Krieger. Krieger dashes toward the baseline. He kicks it into the corner and then back out. 3-point attempt. Ben McCartney puts it up and in. So it is 6-0 courtesy of 2 3-point conversions by the Red Raiders. Bearcats trying to work the ball inside, and there's going to be a foul called on Caleb Rocky. That'll be his first and team's first. At the line, it'll be Nick Rigby for the Bearcats. First shot is up off the front of the rim and no good. No score yet for the Bearcats in the game. Rigby coming off a hot night last night. Misses off the back of the rim, but the rebound is pulled in by Matthew Sellers, goes back to Rigby, and then over on the near side, Jonathan Price on the left wing. Baseline runner by Rigby, kicks it back out. Moving in, a nice little runner put up by Jonathan Price. It won't go, and the rebound is pulled down by Ben McCartney of the Red Raiders. Gets it to Krieger. Krieger on the right wing. Now pulls out between the circles. McCartney, and then into the corner to Cade Fortney. McCartney tries to pass back out, and it's a steal. Owen Lane all the way to the hole, and he puts it in, and the first points of the night for the Bearcats belong to Owen Lane. 6-2 now. Red Raiders with the lead. Tyler Krieger on the right wing, kicks it into the right corner. Nate Tice. They try to go to Rocky, makes some room for himself, gets a favorable roll off of the rim as he moved Nick Rigby out of the way. And that one goes in to make it 8-2. Rocky with his first points of the night. In the corner, Owen Lane puts up a three, and he misses everything. Ball's just bouncing around in the floor, and Bellefonte goes ahead and grabs it. Quickly ahead now, Nate Tice drives to the hole and puts up a shot. The Bearcats catch up but commit a foul in trying to keep Tice from scoring. No, I'm sorry, it's just an out of bounds. No foul called. So a break for the Bearcats there. Red Raiders inbounding. Tyler Krieger. Krieger goes out between the circles. Cade Fortney. Fortney into the corner to Tyler Krieger. Krieger comes out, dribbles now between the circles, guarded by Owen Lane. Moves down left wing, and the pass is tipped, and it's picked off by Matt Sellers of the Bearcats. Sellers into the left corner and off the hands of Nick Rigby and out of bounds. 3:26 left in the first quarter. It is 8-2 in favor of the Red Raiders. By the way, the Bearcats dressed in their home whites with black letters and numerals trimmed in red. Got the white shorts on with a gradient stripe down the side. Here's a nice shot from the right elbow by Caleb Rocky. And the Red Raiders in control, and now a steal. And the shot is up and in by Krieger. Tyler Krieger makes it a 12-2 Bellefonte Red Raiders lead. Red Raiders coming out strong here in the first quarter of tonight's game here at Huntingdon High School. Be sure to join the airnetwork.net. Monday Night Sports Talk every Monday night, 7 to 8. Online and on all mobile devices. We talk about the Pirates, the Penguins, the Steelers. We trash Tom Brady when we have a chance. We talk about lots of other national and local sports. And all those shows, by the way, are archived for on demand. And you want to be sure you're tuned. I tell you what, if you're a betting man, you want to get some of those picks by Jimmy Ty. Jimmy's been pretty accurate. So those are out there available on demand. Check us out. Again, coming up next Monday night, we should be back with you as far as we know. Monday Night Sports Talk exclusively on the airnetwork.net. Bearcats try to inbound the ball, and stepping on the out-of-bounds line is Smith. And Jayton Smith commits the turnover. Good pressure again, though. The Red Raiders have come in with nothing but pressing on their mind. And they did this along with their JV team. And here's an alley-oop on the inbound. It is straight to make that Ben McCartney, and he puts it up and in. 14-2 now. Red Raiders with the lead over the Bearcats. Owen Lane kicks it out. Jayton Smith for a three. It's no good in the rebound. Lane. And the whistle blows for the ball going out of bounds to the Bellefonte Red Raiders. 2:41 left to go here in the first quarter. Tyler Krieger brings the ball up the floor, loses a dribble, picks it right back up, though. Jayden Smith guarding him. Now up near the midcourt circle. Turning around, kicking it into the corner to Tice is Rocky. Tice's three is no good, and the rebound is brought down by Matt Sellers. Sellers up the floor. Here's Jonathan Price for a three. It's no good. And quickly down with the rebound. It's Bellefonte quickly ahead. And layup attempt is no good. The Bellefonte fans wanted a foul. No problem, though, as Rocky picks up that rebound and puts it in. 16-2 in favor of the Red Raiders. Bearcats having all kinds of trouble here tonight. Owen Lane in the corner. Kicks it out to Matt Sellers. Sellers and Wayne play catch, and then a steal attempt, and it's picked back up by Nick Rigby of the Bearcats. 3-point attempt from between the circles by Jonathan Price is no good, and the rebound goes to the Red Raiders. Tyler Krieger, trying to get some speed up the floor, draws a foul called on the Bearcats. And a foul called on Jonathan Price. That is his first and team's first. Coming into the game for the Bearcats is Will Selesky. And out of the game is Owen Lane. Bellefonte inbound on the far side here at Huntingdon Area High School. Inbounds to Rocky, who's out there between the circles. Gets it back. Krieger goes in on the baseline. Shots up, no good. Rebound fought for, pulled down by Bellefonte. And then a hook bank off the backboard by Ben McCartney. And Bellefonte up by a score of 18-2. 3-point attempt up by Matt Sellers. The Bearcats will not go. Rebound now pulled down by Selesky, and the Bearcats set up again. Minute 10 left in the first quarter, 18-2 in favor of the Red Raiders of Bellefonte. Here in the left wing, it's Jonathan Price. Price goes to Matt Sellers. Matt Sellers baseline jumper for two. It is now 18-4 in favor of the Red Raiders. Bearcats are going to need some turnovers here to get back into this thing, trailing 18-4 with 44 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We'll have a break coming up between the quarters here as the clock ticks down. That ball is dribbled out. Cade Fortney stops, pulls back, sends it to Krieger, and then a drive down the baseline to the hole. Caleb Rocky tries to put the shot up and draws the foul. And a foul called on Nick Rigby. That is Nick's first and team's second. And Caleb Rocky will be at the line to shoot two. Fouled in the act of shooting. His first one is rattling around, but it goes down and in. Caleb Rocky is a specimen out there. He is a sophomore. Power forward listed on their roster. Number of changes into the game for the Red Raiders. And after Rocky takes this shot, if he makes it, he'll be out of the game. See how much of a team. Yep, he made the shot. You know, every once in a while, Logan Matthew comes into the game for Caleb Rocky. You find out what kind of teammate you got if he goes ahead and makes that shot so you can get in. Used to joke with a lot of the players up at St. Francis University when they would be there to check in. It's like, yeah, we'll know how much she likes you, whether she makes that foul shot or not. Bearcats, 3-point attempt is up and in. Matt Sellers makes it a 20-7 game. Sellers right now with 5 of the Bearcats' 7 points. Krieger dribbling down on the left wing and then hands it off. Out between the circles, Cade Fortney. Fortney kicks it over to Dylan Dietrich. Into the corner, 3-point attempt is up and short of the rim from Logan Matthew, and that will put the capper on the first quarter. The score, Bellefonte 20, Bearcats 7 on the AirNetwork.net.
The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223 is the heart of the community. Becoming a member of the Huntingdon Moose enables you to join friends who have served the community for over 100 years. Join the women of the Moose for another great breakfast and bake sale coming up Saturday, January 21st from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Plus, check out our Friday food specials every Friday this month. The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, serving the community with the best value in town.
Pennsylvania Highlands Community College provides you the option to earn an associate degree, diploma, or certificate at an affordable cost. The Penn Highlands Huntingdon Center, located on Margie Drive in Huntingdon, offers degree programs in business management, criminal justice, liberal arts and sciences, and psychology. Are you ready to take the next step on your career path? Contact Penn Highlands Huntingdon at 814-643-6200 or visit Penn Highlands Community College online at pennhighlands.edu.
And we're back for quarter number 2 of tonight's game between the Huntingdon Bearcats and the Bellefonte Red Raiders at Huntingdon Area High School. Second quarter underway. Bellefonte won the tip in the first half, so the Bearcats get it to start. The first quarter. Bearcats get it to start the second quarter. 3-point attempt is up and no good by Nick Rigby, but he gets his own rebound and gets his own 2 points. A little floater in there to make it 20-9, his first points of the night. Tice goes inside for Bellefonte to Rocky. Rocky takes one step, and he moves Rigby out of the way and puts it up and in. And he'll go to the line for the traditional, as it has been said. As a matter of fact, a guy originally told me that and started to use that phrase, Kevin Southard, who used to be the sports information director at St. Francis University. Bearcats quickly down the floor. Big pass to Rigby, unable to put anything up. They kick it back out. A 3-point attempt by Matt Sellers is no good, in the rebound by Rocky of the Red Raiders. Krieger bringing the ball up the floor. 23-9, Red Raiders with the lead over the Bearcats. Krieger goes down into the left corner, kicks it out, top of the key, and has the ball tipped away, does Ben McCartney, but gets it back. Rocky goes to McCartney, who then kicks it out. Nate Tice on the right wing. And a steal of the ball off of Rocky down the floor. Layup is up and in as Will Selesky, who came in back in the first quarter, gets his first 2 points of the game. And it's double digits for the first time tonight for the Bearcats. Bellefonte 23, Bearcats 11, 6:37 left to go in the first half. Driving, attempting a layup is Tice, no good. Rebound, Bearcats quickly up the floor. Sellers kicks it out. 3-point attempt is up and in. Jayton Smith providing a spark now for the Bearcats. 6:17 left to go in quarter number 2 in the first half. 23-14 now, as the Bearcats are back within 9 of the Red Raiders. Oh my, missed assignment. Somebody fell down, but then recovers, kicks the ball out to Caleb Rocky, as Rocky puts up another deuce and makes it 25-14 in favor of Bellefonte. Jayton Smith to Jonathan Price, back to Smith, over to Rigby, and it comes back over near side left wing, up for 3 and in by Jonathan Price. Oh, you heard Coach talk about it in the pregame show. Live by the 3, die by the 3. 5.5 left to go in the first half. Near steal by Rigby. Ball still loose on the floor. Krieger passes it back to Rocky, and quickly out to call a timeout is Chris Blunt. And that'll be a 30-second timeout for the Bellefonte Red Raiders. Gives me a chance to tell you about joining us for 2-time Super Bowl champ and former Steeler Ike Taylor and national sports journalist John Harris. They come up tomorrow night at 10. It's the Ike Taylor Show right here in the Air Net. Well, kind of depends on whether Ike, remembers to show. No, he'll be here. The Ike Taylor Show here on the airnetwork.net. Ike has a lot of insight, and I'll tell you what, it's always great to talk to a guy that's played the game, and you get some of a little bit better feel for what's going on in that locker room when you hear from those guys. So he'll be here to talk about the Steelers, anything else about the NFL as well. Sure, he can tell you about some of the coaches and some of the players that may come available here as we reach the end of the 16-17 season. Tomorrow night at 10 right here in the airnetwork.net. Inbound play after the timeout for the Red Raiders as Krieger passes into the corner, and Nate Tice is then, I don't know if Tice stepped out. That's what I'm going to have to say. No fouls put up on the board. 25-17. Red Raiders with the lead over the Bearcats. 5:10 left to go in the second quarter. Rigby dribbles down. He's met by some resistance. Kicks it back out. 3-point attempt by Jayton Smith is up and in. And now the Cats are within 5. 25-20 in the second quarter. Just under 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. Coming out of the corner, driving to the hoop, putting it up and missing is Cade Fortney as he ends up on the floor. And then Bearcats have some trouble up the floor trying to convert something in a hurry, and a pass to Nick Rigby goes awry. Krieger goes into the corner and then driving down the baseline. Cade Fortney puts up a shot but knocks down Jayton Smith. The foul called on Cade Fortney of the Red Raiders. And a substitution into the game as Caleb Rocky comes back out of the Raiders lineup. Inbound play for the Bearcats. Once again, back to within 5. 4.5 left to go in the second quarter. Up over the midcourt stripe, Jayton Smith passes out top of the key for 3 and in. Matt Sellers kind of got things started back in the first quarter and continues that here into the second, and the Bearcats are only 2 points away. Tice, baseline jumper, up and in. Points have been scarce for the Red Raiders here in quarter number 2. With the ball in the Bearcats' end, they have some trouble, some good pressure from Tice as Matthew Sellers was dribbling down in the corner. And Tice is able to knock the ball off of Sellers, and it is Red Raiders basketball. Out of the game, Will Selesky, who came in and provided a spark for the Bearcats as Owen Lane returns to the lineup. Up over the midcourt stripe, Tyler Krieger. Now out of the corner, Cade Fortney. Kicks it into the corner to Tice on the right side. No good. Owen Lane with a nice rebound for the Bearcats. 27-23, Red Raiders with the lead. And some defense by Tyler Krieger as he tips the ball out of bounds. It'll go back to the Bearcats here. 3:43, this 4-point lead. Nice comeback by the Bearcats. And up over the midcourt stripe after the inbound, Jayton Smith. Goes to Jonathan Price, back to Smith. Then over to Rigby on the left wing. Rigby has it back again. Now between the circles, a 3-point attempt is up and no good by Smith, and the rebound is pulled down by Nate Tice of the Red Raiders and gives it back to Krieger, who brings it up the floor, drives down the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Owen Lane of the Bearcats. 3:10 left to go in the first half. 27-23. What a steal by Tice, but it goes back to the Bearcats. Nick Rigby flags it down and puts it up and in. 27-25, that lead down to 2. 2:54 left to go in the first half. 3-point attempt from the top of the key is no good for the Red Raiders, and they get the rebound. Moving in is Cade Fortney. He misses a layup attempt and steps on the end line. Bearcats ball. Some substitutions coming into the game for the Red Raiders. Dylan Dietrich replaces Nate Tice. McCartney guarding. Rigby on the inbound play. Into the game for the Bearcats, Jackson Ritchie. Some heavy defenses. I'll tell you what, the Red Raiders have been pushing the entire first half. And right up in the face of Nick Rigby was Cade Fortney, and foul called on him. That'll be Cade's second. And the team's fourth here in the first half. Little discussion between the head coach, Chris Glunt, and one of the officiating crew. Don't know them all. I do know that is Skip Dry over on the far side in the corner right now. There's a shot from the right elbow by Nick Rigby. It's no good, and a foul is called against the Bearcats. And it's called on Jackson Ritchie. That'll be his first and team fourth. Back into the game now for the Red Raiders comes Caleb Rocky, such a big part of that offense. And one of the starters, Ben McCartney, gets a little time on the comfy chair here at Huntingdon Area High School. We've got those nice cushiony seats. No, you don't ride the pine anymore. You've got a nice soft cushion. As the Red Raiders try to get one inside, Tice trying to get it to Rocky, and it's tipped out of bounds by the Bearcats' Matt Sellers. Red Raiders ball in. 2:09 left to go, second quarter, 27-25 in favor of the Bellefonte Red Raiders. With a basketball, it's Dylan Dietrich. Dietrich gets it out to Krieger between the circles. Back out top of the key, it's Rocky. They go inside. Spinning jump shot is up and in by Dylan Dietrich. And it makes the score 29-25. Three-point attempt from the corner, rolls around the rim about 3 times, but will not go for Matthew Sellers. Down to 1.5 minutes left to go in the first half. 29-25. Bellefonte with a lead over the Bearcats. Dribbling down onto the baseline and pulling back. Cade Fortney trying to go down is Tyler Krieger in a steal. All the way to the Bearcats and up and in, Jayton Smith. Smith now with 8 points in this quarter. 1.10 minutes left to go in the first half. 29-27. Bellefonte holding on to their lead. Drive to the lane, off the glass and in. Cade Fortney makes it 31-27. Here comes a 3-point attempt from the left wing by Jonathan Price. No good. Ends up going out of bounds. It will be Red Raiders basketball. We had talked to the coach about living with the 3 and dying with the 3. That's one where you kind of die with it because you miss the iron and it just goes out of bounds and you're just giving it back to the other team. Back into the game is Ben McCartney for the Red Raiders, replacing Noah Nadolski. Krieger over the mid-court stripe. Here's McCartney with the ball, driving down the lane, kicks it off the glass. It's no good, and while there's a battle for the rebound, it's going to be a foul on the Red Raiders. Skip Dry making that call. And the foul called on Caleb Rocky. Rocky picking up his second of the game. And now team 5th, and Rocky is quickly replaced by Chris Glunt as he sends in Logan Matthew again. Jonathan Price with the basketball in the right wing. Tall pass, jumped up there and threw it to Rigby. Rigby now goes to Jonathan Price. Price back over to Jayton Smith into the corner, driving to the hole. Nice roll and go by Nick Rigby. Great pass by Owen Lane as well. 31-29, Red Raiders, 7 seconds left to go. 3-point attempt is up and no good. It goes out of bounds. And here it goes to Owen Lane. Lane with seconds left to go, throws it up. It hits the backboard and does not catch any iron at all. What a great comeback here in the second quarter as Nick Payne's troops have managed to crawl back into this one. We have 2 quarters in the books. At the end of the first half, the score is Bellefonte 31, the Bearcats 29. We'll be back. Greg Banks has some interesting stuff for you coming up here at halftime, and we'll go to Greg right now. You're listening to Bearcats basketball, and it's on the airnetwork.net.
Mel's Concrete in Huntingdon has over 20 years experience in providing you with quality concrete work. When you have any job dealing with concrete, call Mel Woomer at 643-0909. Mel's Concrete specializing in porches, patios, basements, sidewalks, and more. Mel's Concrete also specializes in snow removal. There's no job too big or too small when it comes to concrete. Call Mel's Concrete, LLC at 643-0909.
Brenneman's Meat Markets are celebrating nearly 70 years in providing Huntingdon County with quality USDA-approved processed pork, chicken, and beef products. Brenneman's has 2 locations in the county where the tradition of the finest meats are found in the region. Stop by Brenneman's Huntingdon weekdays from 8 to 6, Saturdays 8 to 3. Mount Union, open 9 to 5 weekdays and 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Choose specials of $10 to $50 meat packs containing your favorite meats. Or stop by and ask about our select custom cuts, prepared and packaged while you wait. Brenneman's Meat Markets in Huntingdon and Mount Union. Call our office at 814-643-2751 for specials and more information.
Grab the Big Kahuna, the 24 square cut pizza with your choice of 1 topping for only $19.99. Now at All American Pizza and Subs at 612 Washington Street, downtown Huntingdon. All American Pizza and Subs has delivery, and they're the home of great pizza, subs, salad, wings, and more for lunch, dinner, or a late night snack. Call All-American Pizza and Subs right now at 643-0222. Closed Mondays. All-American Pizza and Subs. Like us on Facebook.
It's a brand new year, so start it off right by shedding those pounds and living a healthy lifestyle. Call Dr. Michael Simone at Simone Family Chiropractic and Weight Loss at 613 Washington Street, downtown Huntingdon, for a proven safe way to shed those extra pounds. Dr. Simone utilizes the doctor-supervised Chiro Thin weight loss program that helps you lose significant weight without exercise, expensive prepackaged foods, or diet shakes. It's real food with real results. Try the Chiro Thin plan on your way to a healthier you by calling Dr. Simone for a free consultation. Call 643-2616 for a happier you.
The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223 is the heart of the community. Becoming a member of the Huntingdon Moose enables you to join friends who have served the community for over 100 years. Join the women of the Moose for another great breakfast and bake sale coming up Saturday, January 21st from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Plus, check out our Friday food specials every Friday this month. The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, serving the community with the best value in town.
Pennsylvania Highlands Community College provides you the option to earn an associate degree, diploma, or certificate at an affordable cost. The Penn Highlands Huntingdon Center, located on Margie Drive in Huntingdon, offers degree programs in business management, criminal justice, liberal arts and sciences, and psychology. Are you ready to take the next step on your career path? Contact Penn Highlands Huntingdon at 814-643-6200 or visit Penn Highlands Community College online at pennhighlands.edu. You're
listening to Huntingdon Bearcat Basketball, live on the airnetwork.net. Dave Shannon bringing you all the action of the Bellefonte Huntingdon game tonight, live from Huntingdon Area High School. It's Greg Banks in the studio tonight. At the half, by the way, Bellefonte leading Huntingdon 31-29. That's at the half, and we'll have more action for you coming up in the third quarter. Hey, meanwhile, I want to thank some of our sponsors for hanging out with us and, of course, supporting Bearcat basketball and wrestling this winter on the airnetwork.net. The only place, by the way, you'll find, of course, Bearcat sports throughout the year. Huntingdon Bearcat basketball tonight is presented by Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, the heart of the community, and by Penn Highlands Community College, an affordable education close to home. The game also brought to you by All-American Pizza and Subs in downtown Huntingdon, Mel's Concrete, LLC, Brenneman's Meat Markets in Smithfield and Mount Union. Saying hi to Joe Brenneman, all the great folks at Brenneman's, and Michael Simone, Family Chiropractic and Weight Loss in downtown Huntingdon. Dr. Michael, known to be a rock and roller, in addition to some other great things from around the area. We thank all those folks. Without them, we'd not be able to bring you Bearcat basketball nor Bearcat wrestling. By the way, speaking of wrestling, Chad States has more wrestling action coming up with the Central Scarlet Dragons and the Huntingdon Bearcats on February 1st. Meanwhile, Dave Shannon will be here with more basketball action for you coming up. Matter of fact, this week, the Lady Cats taking on Clearfield, and that's happening on Friday night. In addition to tonight's game, where at the half, Bellefonte Red Raiders are leading the Huntingdon Bearcats 31-29 at the half. Hey, by the way, if you miss it live, you can always check it out, these games that is, or any of the matches, of course, in our rebroadcast. Tonight, this game, rebroadcasting at 10 p.m. Also, look for it on our front page of the website at www.theairnetwork.net. You can also download that free TuneIn app, listen to it on any of your mobile devices, and, of course, check out all the sports on the airnetwork.net. Coming up, we've got Pitt Panther basketball for you, in addition to Bearcat sports, and we've got an all-star college football game coming up Saturday with the folks from SBN Radio Network. So we'll tell you more about that coming up throughout the week. Meanwhile, let's get back to Dave Shannon and some live action from Huntingdon Area High School, where Dave is hanging out for basketball tonight with the Huntingdon Bearcats and the Bellefonte Red Raiders. Dave, what's happening?
Well, yes, indeed. Here I am. Still got about 3:45 left to go until we tip it off and get ready for a second half of action. And a tale of two quarters, to be sure, in the first half, as the Bearcats were trailing by a score of 20-7 after the first quarter, and it ends up being a 31-29 game at the half, and a nice comeback by the Bearcats, to be sure. Leading that comeback, I had Jayton Smith ending up putting up 8 in quarter number 2, a couple of threes and a deuce. Three-pointer came up, and that was from Jonathan Price. Another 3, Matthew Sellers with a total of 8 on the night as well. These are unofficial totals. Will Selesky came in off the bench, put up a couple, and gave a well-needed rest to Owen Lane. And Lane contributing with a number of rebounds and a couple of points as well. Nick Rigby, after the big night last night, has 6 so far in tonight's game. On the other side of the ledger, Caleb Rocky has really been putting on a show here tonight, as he has ended up putting up, 6, 8, looks like 12 is what I have, and there may be a bit of a disagreement. I don't know. The scoreboard right now has the way things ended up at the end of the first half, and that had Logan Matthew came in for some relief for Caleb Rocky, who's put up his second personal foul, and I'm sure that was a point of concern for the head coach of the Red Raiders, Chris Blunt. Nick Payne and the kids, though, hanging in there, and we'll see if they can get back and get a lead in this basketball game. Once again, we're at the half here at Huntingdon Area High School. Minute 44 left on the scoreboard clock. We'll take a 1-minute break here and be back with the start of the second half. Once again, the score at halftime is Bellefonte 31, Huntingdon 29 on the airnetwork.net.
The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223 is the heart of the community. Becoming a member of the Huntingdon Moose enables you to join friends who have served the community for over 100 years. Join the women of the Moose for another great breakfast and bake sale coming up Saturday, January 21st from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Plus, check out our Friday food specials every Friday this month. The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, serving the community with the best value in town.
Pennsylvania Highlands Community College provides you the option to earn an associate degree, diploma, or certificate at an affordable cost. The Penn Highlands Huntingdon Center, located on Margie Drive in Huntingdon, offers degree programs in business management, criminal justice, liberal arts and sciences, and psychology. Are you ready to take the next step on your career path? Contact Penn Highlands Huntingdon at 814-643-6200 or visit Penn Highlands Community College online at pennhighlands.edu.
Back at Huntingdon Area High School, Dave Shannon on the airnetwork.net. It's Bearcat basketball. First Bearcat Boys game of 2017 on the airnetwork.net. And a dandy going on here, 31-29. Bellefonte with the lead. Red Raiders will get the ball to start the second half in the third quarter. Getting set to inbound the ball is Ben McCartney on the far side. As, of course, that is a possession arrow function. And here we go. Ready to go with the second half of action. Inbound pass to Fortney, goes back to McCartney, and then to the guy that sets the plate, Tyler Krieger. Krieger into the corner. Now a skip pass over to Tice. Here in the left wing, right in front of us, puts up a 3, no good. Rigby struggles, but eventually does get the rebound. Back up the floor, Matt Sellers. Eventually the foul line jumper by Jonathan Price is up and in, and we're tied at 31. 7:31 left to go in quarter number 3. Red Raiders with the basketball. Rocky passes over to Tice, back to Rocky from the foul line, up, no good, rebound Rigby. Rigby tries to get it ahead. It's tipped out of bounds off the hand of Cade Fortney. Rigby will inbound to Jayton Smith. Smith over the midcourt line. Back to Rigby on the left wing. Back to Smith. He and Rigby play catch, and now it comes over to Jonathan Price. Price between the circles, kicks it over. Smith and Rigby playing catch again. Here's Price. Fake the 3, and now he goes ahead and he puts it up. It's a deep one, and it's no good. And the rebound Pulled in by Cade Fortney. Here come the Raiders. Layup is up and no good. Rigby with a rebound. A nice fast break off of that steal. Nate Tice could not convert. 3-point attempt, top of the key, no good for Jonathan Price, and the rebound by the Red Raiders, and things will slow down now. A little less frantic. Krieger up over the midcourt stripe, passes in. You got to wonder how close to calling a walk the officials were on Caleb Rocky, but it doesn't really matter. As he passes the ball to Fortney, Fortney puts it up and in. 33-31. Bellefonte with the lead. 3-point attempt, top of the key, bounces off the back of the rim, way up into the air, and eventually out over the baseline to the Bellefonte Red Raiders. Into the game for the Bearcats, Nick Gerhardt. Gerhardt into the game for Price. Inbound, McCartney gets it to Krieger, who starts a nice slow dribble up to the midcourt stripe. Bellefonte moving from right to left here in the second half. Pass over to Fortney, started to drive, kicks it back over to Ben McCartney. McCartney to Krieger, and Krieger sets things up again. 5:45 left to go. Third quarter, 33-31, Bellefonte with the lead. Caleb Rocky kicks it over to Cade Fortney, and then back to Tyler Krieger between the circles. Ben McCartney ends up with it, drives the lane, puts it up, it hits the side of the rim and rolls in. 35-31, Red Raiders up by 4 after the Cats had tied it. Rigby with the basketball. Real good defense by Krieger as he comes up with a steal, but then can't get up on his feet to dribble the basketball. Owen Lane goes in, ties him up, so that's going to be a held ball. And, of course, the Red Raiders had the ball to start the second half, so it'll be Bearcat ball as they inbound on the baseline under their own basket. Inbound play to Rigby, has trouble with it, goes through his legs and is picked up by Nick Gerhardt. Here's a 3-point attempt by Rigby on the left wing. Line drive is up and in, and it's a 35-34 Bellefonte lead. Cannot get much of a better game when it comes to competitive, and that's what we got going on. Although I'll tell you what, the way that first quarter went, you had your doubts about the Bearcats, to be sure, trailing to 20-7 at the end of the first quarter. Krieger with the basketball between the circles, over to McCartney, starts down the lane, kicks it into the corner to Tice, back out to Krieger, down the lane, over. Rocky misses the bunny shot and is pulled down by Matt Sellers. It's stolen back by Tice. Tice goes to the hole, puts it in. 37-34. And the Bearcats with the ball in their end as pass intended for Rigby goes out of bounds off a Bellefonte player. And Rigby will inbound as he inbounds to Gerhardt, gets it back to Rigby, and now a steal. Yes, here goes Tice down the lane, off the glass, good. Quite a run now going on for the Red Raiders as Tice scores again. 39-34, up by 5 now. Rigby to Smith and then over to Gerhardt. Smith and Gerhardt play catch from between the circles to the left wing, and now over here in the right wing. And here's a 3-point attempt. That's Rainmaker. It's thrown up by Nick Gerhardt, won't go, and Bellefonte has the rebound. Some pressure from Huntingdon, but Bellefonte gets it up the floor. And boy, the fans want to travel there as Ben McCartney seemed to have some trouble. And Chris Glunt is going to call a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute break, too. The score is Bellefonte 39, Bearcats 34 on the airnetwork.net.
It's a brand new year, so start it off right by shedding those pounds and living a healthy lifestyle. Call Dr. Michael Simone at Simone Family Chiropractic and Weight Loss at 613 Washington Street, downtown Huntingdon, for a proven, safe way to shed those extra pounds. Dr. Simone utilizes the doctor-supervised Chiro Thin weight loss program that helps you lose significant weight without exercise, expensive prepackaged foods, or diet shakes. It's real food with real results. Try the Chiro Thin plan on your way to a healthier you you by calling Dr. Simone for a free consultation. Call 643-2616 for a happier you.
The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223 is the heart of the community. Becoming a member of the Huntingdon Moose enables you to join friends who have served the community for over 100 years. Join the women of the Moose for another great breakfast and bake sale coming up Saturday, January 21st from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Plus, check out our Friday food specials every Friday this month. The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, serving the community with the best value in town.
Pennsylvania Highlands Community College provides you the option to...
Okay, here we go. We are back at Huntingdon High School, and it is Ben McCartney of the Red Raiders with the basketball out of the timeout, goes down the lane, knocks down one of the Bearcats, and that is Nick Gerhardt, and that's a foul that is called on Ben McCartney, picking up his first of the night, and the first by either team here in the second half. 3:12 left to go. In quarter number 3, Bearcats trailing by 5, 39-34. Bearcats with the basketball. Owen Lane down the lane, tries to get a little roller to go, and it won't. And the rebound pulled down by Rocky and back quickly up the floor, and another near walk by Cade Fortney. Sign of a good defense when you're having the other team having trouble and getting into those near walks. Ball worked around in the corner. Tice tries to go to McCartney, and a foul called on Nick Rigby. Rigby picking up his second, and team's first here in the second half. 2:48 left to go. It'll be an inbound play for the Red Raiders. McCartney takes the inbound pass, drives down the lane on the right side, puts it up. Nice little jumper by Ben McCartney, and it's now 41-34. Rigby with the basketball has it tipped by one of the Raiders, and a nice recovery out there by Jayton Smith to get it under control. Rigby having a tough time of it here tonight. And once again, Smith with the basketball to Nick Gerhardt. Gerhardt back to Smith over Owen Lane on the left wing. Between the circles, starting down the lane, was Smith. Now back out from the right wing. Three-point attempt by Rigby's no good. Rebound by Cade Fortney to Tice. Tice goes quickly up the floor, and a foul is called on the Bearcats. Nick Rigby picking up his third. And let's see, we have a couple of subs coming in for the Bearcats. Those include Jonathan Price and Will Selesky. Coming out is Owen Lane and Nick Gerhardt. And we'll have to see what Coach Payne decides when it comes to his standout, Nick Rigby. 2:07 left to go, third quarter. 41-34. Red Raiders with the lead. Tyler Krieger stands with the basketball, touching the edge of the midcourt circle. Now moves over to the right side, goes to Tice. It's a steal. Rigby all the way in, off the glass and in. And the Bearcats finally get a little bit of life there. Rigby picking up his 11th point, and now another near steal by the Bearcats. Krieger eventually comes up with it, though, for the Red Raiders. 41-36 the score. Bellefonte with the lead. McCartney, top of the key, starts down the left side of the lane, pulls up. Goes to Krieger, right wing, back over to McCartney, left wing. Left elbow now. And the pass is intended for Fortney. And then it is picked off by the Bearcats. Matthew Sellers. Caleb Rocky reaches around and holds on to the basketball and gets a held ball called. And with the possession arrow, it'll go to Bellefonte. Red Raiders to inbound. Ben McCartney on the far side, just on the Bellefonte side of the midcourt stripe. 41-36, 5-point margin for the Red Raiders with 1:11 left to go in the third quarter. McCartney inbounds to Cade Fortney on the right side. Fortney retreats and comes back over here on the left side. Krieger guarded closely by Smith. They go down, baseline turn, shot up, and they're going to call the charge on Caleb Rocky. And that's going to be number 3 on Caleb Rocky. second for the Red Raiders here in quarter number 3. And quickly in off the bench for the Red Raiders is Logan Matthew. For Caleb Rocky also into the game, Noah Nadolski replacing Ben McCartney. 1 minute left to go, third quarter. Inbound goes to Jayton Smith. Smith over the midcourt stripe. Kicks it over right wing to Price. Here's a three-point attempt. It's up and no good. And nice follow-up there by Jayton Smith. He knew he was off on that one. Gets it back, kicks it into the corner, up for 3 and in. Matthew Sellers. 41-39. Bearcats back within 2. 30 seconds left to go, third quarter. Krieger passes the ball to Fortney. Here's driving to the lane. Nice pass from Noah Nadolski to Nate Tice, and Tice converts 43-39. Jayton Smith to Price. Price puts up a 3, almost has a rebound by Sellers. Goes into the corner, pass back out. It's another 3 attempt, and this time it's good by Jonathan Price. 43-42. 3-point attempt at the buzzer. Hits one side of the rim and rolls out on the attempt by Tice. That'll do it. We have 3 quarters in the book. What a great game. It is 43-42 in favor of Bellefonte. More after this on the airnetwork.net.
Pennsylvania Highlands Community College provides you the option to earn an associate degree, diploma, or certificate at an affordable cost. The Penn Highlands Huntingdon Center, located on Margie Drive in Huntingdon, offers degree programs in business management, criminal justice, liberal arts and sciences, and psychology. Are you ready to take the next step on your career path? Contact Penn Highlands Huntingdon at 814-643-6200 or visit Penn Highlands Community College online at pennhighlands.edu.
Grab the Big Kahuna, the 24-square cut pizza with your choice of one topping for only $19.99. Now at All American Pizza and Subs at 612 Washington Street, downtown Huntingdon. All American Pizza and Subs has delivery, and they're the home of great pizza, subs, salad, wings, and more for lunch, dinner, or a late-night snack. Call All American Pizza and Subs right now at 643-0222. Closed Mondays. All American Pizza and Subs. Like us on Facebook.
And we're back at Huntingdon High School as the Bearcats inbound to start quarter number 4. 43-42, Bellefonte with the lead. And in underneath, and Bellefonte fans wanting a walk called on Will Selesky. He's not called. He turns in the lane and puts up a jumper. It's no good, and the rebound pulled down by Nadolski of the Red Raiders. Coach Glunt meets Skip Dry as he comes down the floor to argue about what happened on that last play. And I don't think Skip Dry liked the conversation that much. Adam Armstrong with the basketball for the Red Raiders starts down the left sideline, and Glunt calls a 30-second timeout. Now, with this 30-second timeout, that gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors that are supporting Bearcat basketball here in 2017. And we want to thank them for coming along. And those include the Huntingdon Moose Family Center, number 223, Pennsylvania Highlands Community College. Other supporters of tonight's broadcast, All-American Pizza and Sub, Mel's Concrete LLC, Dr. Michael Simone, and by Brenneman's Meat Markets. Thanks once again for helping us to bring all those fans of Bearcat sports all the action right here in the airnetwork.net. 43-42, Bellefonte with the lead, and the inbound goes to Tyler Krieger. Krieger guarded closely there by Jayton Smith, almost gets a steal. More pressure by Smith, and he's going to get a foul called on him for getting just a little bit too tight to Noah Nadolski. And the foul called on Smith is his first, and now team third. That'll result in an inbound play for the Red Raiders. Adam Armstrong, junior guard for the Red Raiders, kicks it in to Tyler Krieger. Krieger tries to go down the right side of the lane, kicks it off to the baseline, and then it comes back out for Logan Matthew. Pass goes inside. Nadolski has trouble getting a hold of it and then tries to pass it to Matthew, and it goes off one of the Bearcats and out of bounds. Over to inbound, it'll be Krieger. Red Raiders up by a point, 43-42. We're in the fourth quarter. Inbound play, Nadolski on the baseline, kicks it over. Adam Armstrong, then out to Matthew. Nate Tice tries a three from the left wing, no good. Nice rebound by Krieger. Jayden Smith jostling around there for the rebound, cannot come up with it, and quickly picks up his second foul. Team fourth on the scoreboard. With the basketball, Nadolski dribbles down on the right side, puts up a shot as he gets near the baseline and won't go. Rigby up the floor to Matt Sellers. Sellers to Smith, and they play catch for a little bit there on the left side. Over to Price on the near side. Three-point attempt is up and in. Jayden Smith converts the three and puts the Bearcats in front, 45-43. Krieger with the basketball. Little bit of a press this time by the Bearcats as they go man-to-man here. And driving down the lane and trying to get up a shot is Nadolski, and he's met in there by Smith. And the guy that gets the foul called on him, Matthew Sellers. As that will be team fifth. And for Sellers, that's his first. Nadolski at the line off the front of the rim. Kind of bounces up and right down through the cylinder. Out of the game, Adam Armstrong back in, Cade Fortney. And one of the other starters, Ben McCartney, will get into the game if Nadolski converts. Shot number two, he misses. Kicks over toward the right corner, and the rebound by Krieger. Krieger to the foul line. Shots up, no good. Down with the rebound, it's Matt Sellers. Up the floor, Price for the Bearcats. Between the circles, tries a three, misses. Sellers gets the rebound, puts it back up, cannot convert. And then a rebound for Logan Matthew in a struggle underneath as he is met by Will Selesky, almost getting the ball back with Selesky, but it ends up going out of bounds to the Red Raiders. Inbound play, McCartney gets into the game. And so we got the starters minus Caleb Rocky on the floor now for the Raiders. In the left corner, and a baseline attempt for Logan Matthew is apparently touched. Nope. I thought it was touched by one of the Bearcats, but apparently not, as the Bearcats have the basketball. 45-44. Huntingdon with the lead, 5:37 left to go here in the game. An exciting game here at Huntingdon High School tonight. Rigby into the corner to Sellers. Sellers comes out. Rigby on the right wing. Kicks it over to Smith. Left wing into the corner to Price. Smith and Price play catch, and now coming open and getting a pass as he goes down the lane was Selesky. A three-point attempt is up and no good by Jayden Smith. And on the rebound, Ben McCartney ends up being touched up by the Bearcats' Will Selesky. Selesky then picking up his second of the game. 6 now for the Bearcats, as the next foul will send the Red Raiders to the line for a 1-on-1. 5:07 left to go in the game. And an errant pass there intended for Tice, and coming back up is Price of the Bearcats. Tries to go inside to Rigby, and Rigby can't handle the pass. Instead goes back out top of the key, tries a three, and it won't go. Rebound by the Red Raiders. Down the lane on the left side, the shot doesn't even get up. It's blocked. Red Raiders want a foul, nothing called. Jayden Smith on the left wing, joined out there now by Price between the circles in the corner. It is Will Selesky. Price between the circles, tries to get a pass inside to Rigby, and it's kicked by one of the Red Raiders. I think Cade Fortney got his foot on it. Back into the game now is Owen Lane, and a nice effort out there by Will Selesky as he returns to the bench. You got the starting five back on the floor now for the Bearcats, who are up by 1, 45-44. 4:22 left to go in the game. Sellers out to Rigby. And right beside him was Smith, and he handed the ball to him. Price now in the left wing. Over. Rigby started to dribble down, went for a pass, and it is tipped and stolen then by Bellefonte. Down the lane from the baseline off the backboard. Ben McCartney after Cade Fortney had the steal for the Red Raiders. 46-45 now. Bellefonte back in the lead as it changes hands and may do that right up to the end. 3:48 left to go in the game. Pass by Rigby just gets through to Price. Does a dipsy-do as he goes to the hole. Can't get the shot to go. Owen Lane gets a rebound. And then another tries to put both of them up. Doesn't make either, but does draw a foul. And a foul called on Logan Matthew. As Logan picks up his first. That's just the third on the Red Raiders. Lane at the line to shoot a pair. First one is up and nothing but net. Tied at 46. Back into the game now for Bellefonte. It's Caleb Rocky. And Logan Matthew with a nice job. Rocky had 3 fouls on him, so he comes back in with those 3. 3:38 left to go. Owen Lane with the second shot. Off the front of the rim and no good, and the rebound is pulled in by Fortney. Cade Fortney to Tyler Krieger, and he'll bring the ball up the floor. Krieger down the right side. Into the corner, eventually to Rocky. Wide open from the left side as Rocky gets the ball to Cade Fortney. And that makes it 48-46. Red Raiders. Smith to Price. Price, right wing. Owen Lane tries to go back over to Jayton Smith. Can't get it there because it's knocked down by the Raiders, and they come up with another steal. Bellefonte up by 2, 48-46. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Out between the circles, it's Caleb Rocky. And as he makes a pass over to Tice, Tice is bumped by Jonathan Price. And the foul is called, and that brings up the 1-on-1. Nate Tice will be at the line for the 1-on-1. As that was Price's second personal. First one is in. Nate Tice adding to his total for the night now with 12. Second half of a 1-on-1. Rolls around the rim and in. Up by 4 now, the Red Raiders, 50-46. 2:50 left to go in the game. Jayton Smith to Jonathan Price, and a quick timeout is called by Nick Payne. It is a 30-second timeout, and that gives us an opportunity to remind you to be tuned tomorrow night at 10. It is Ike Taylor back here on the airnetwork.net. 2-time Super Bowl champ and former Steeler will be here for his talk show, The Ike Taylor Show, on the airnetwork.net. He is joined by John Harris, as he is every Wednesday night. So join us tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, The Ike Taylor Show on the Air Network. You get that insight that you only get from a player, as he will be talking about all the things that and why you shouldn't be, doing a live shot from your team's locker room. You know, the social media can wait for 10 minutes for Pete's sake. Anyway, he can talk about that and everything else. It's the Ike Taylor Show tomorrow night, right here in the airnetwork.net. Bearcats need to get 2 here to keep this a 4-point game with 2:45 left to go. The inbound. Smith. And a 3-point attempt by Price off the side of the rim, deep into the corner, and a nice rebound. Then a foul line extended jumper by Matt Sellers goes up and in, 50-48. A 2-point game, 2:24 left to go. Tyler Krieger does a nice job getting up the court despite the pressure from Jayton Smith. Krieger has it again on the right wing. Tice over there in the right corner. Passes it over, wide open again, down the lane, off the glass, and in Cade Fortney. Fortney now with 8 on the night, 52-48. It is Bellefonte with the lead over the Bearcats. A minute 54 left to go in the game. Smith to Price. Dribbles down the right lane, up and in. Nice shot. Kissed it off the glass. 52-50. Bearcats need a turnover. Dribbling down toward the right corner was Cade Fortney. Still has the basketball. Then into the right corner to Tice, who goes down on the baseline. Caleb Rocky puts it up and in. And it's a 54-50 game, and the foul is called on Matt Sellers as Sellers picks up his second. That is now team 8th. A minute 33 left to go in the game. 4-point edge for the Red Raiders. Rocky's shot is up off the back of the rim. No good with a rebound. Rigby quickly ahead. 3-point attempt is up and no good by Jayden Smith. Rebound is pulled down by Ben McCartney. And Chris Glunt comes out of his shoes to call a timeout. And a good call at that. He calls a full timeout. Let's try to get 60 seconds here on the airnetwork.net.
New year, so starting off right by shedding those pounds and living a healthy lifestyle. Call Dr. Michael Simone at Simone Family Chiropractic and Weight Loss at 613 Washington Street, downtown Huntingdon, for a proven safe way to shed those extra pounds. Dr. Simone utilizes the doctor-supervised Chiro Thin weight loss program that helps you lose significant weight without exercise, expensive prepackaged foods, or diet shakes. It's real food with real results. Try the Chiro Thin plan on your way to a healthier you by calling Dr. Simone for a free consultation. Call 643-2616 for a happier you.
The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223 is the heart of the community. Becoming a member of the Huntingdon Moose enables you to join friends who have served the community for over 100 years. Join the women of the Moose for another great breakfast and bake sale coming up Saturday, January 21st from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. Plus, check out our Friday food specials every Friday this month. The Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, serving the community with the best value in town.
And we're back at Huntingdon High School with a 4-point margin for the Red Raiders and down to a minute 19 left to go in the game. Pressured by the Raiders, or by the Bearcats, that is, and the Raiders are up for the task. Here's Tyler Krieger with the ball double team, gets away, starts to go down the left side of the lane, and he's met there by Jayden Smith, who commits the foul. And for Jayden, that'll be his third personal foul and the 9th now on the Bearcats. 4-point edge for the Red Raiders, and at the line it is Tyler Krieger. Krieger misses, rolls off the front of the rim, and a battle. Krieger almost gets it, but it ends up in the hands of Jayden Smith over the midcourt stripe. Under a minute left to go in the game, and a 4-point lead for the Red Raiders. Jonathan Price down the right side of the lane. A little floater's up and in. What a shot by Jonathan Price to make it 54-52. 51 left to go. And we are going to send it back and let Greg fit a 30-second ad here. 30-second timeout with 50 seconds left to go right here in the airnetwork.net.
Brenneman's Meat Markets are celebrating nearly 70 years in providing Huntingdon County with quality USDA-approved processed pork, chicken, and beef products. Brenneman's has 2 locations in the county where the tradition of the finest meats are found in the region. Stop by Brenneman's Huntingdon weekdays from 8 to 6, Saturdays 8 to 3. Mount Union, open 9 to 5 weekdays and 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Choose specials of $10 to $50 meat packs containing your favorite meats. Or stop by and ask about our select custom cuts, prepared and packaged while you wait. Brenneman's Meat Markets in Huntingdon and Mount Union. Call our office at 814-643-2751 for specials and more information.
And we come back for the exciting final 50 seconds of tonight's game between the Bearcats and the Red Raiders of Bellefonte. 54-52. Bellefonte with the lead. Trying to get an inbound, and they do. As McCartney gets the pass to Fortney. Now McCartney brings it up the court. Pressure double-teamed and then gets it up to Fortney. Cade Fortney starts over toward the left wing, and he's fouled by Owen Lane. Owen Lane, just his first foul, 10th on the Bearcats. And that sends Cade Fortney to the line to shoot a pair. First one's off the front of the rim and no good, 54-52. Still a 2-point game, and remember, a couple of 3-point threats on the Bearcats roster. Most specifically, Jayton Smith and Jonathan Price. Second shot's no good. Just a 2-point.
The quick foul
is Owen Lane, as Owen picks up his second. And we get an instant replay. It'll be Fortney back at the line after being fouled by Owen Lane. Back to back. First shot is up and rims out. Cade Fortney having trouble to get one go down through the cylinder. 54-52, 37.7 left to go in the game. Fortney's second shot is in. 55-52, 3-point game. 35 seconds left to go. Jonathan Price tried to put a move on Cade Fortney, and he couldn't. Fortney to Krieger, back to Fortney, and a foul committed by Nick Rigby, picking up his fourth. So now 2, and once again back at the line. Fortney getting a lot of foul shot practice here. He picked up 1 out of 4 last time around. He has another 2 shots coming up here. And he makes the first one. 4-point lead for the Red Raiders. 56-52. Point number 10 on the night for Cade Fortney. Trying to get number 11. Get them closer to perhaps a victory over the Bearcats. He makes it. 57-52. 25 seconds left to go. Smith. Sellers tries to go back to Rigby. He's not open. Back to Smith. 3-point attempt goes off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound by Rigby. Puts it up. Does not make it. But in an attempt to get the rebound, it goes off the knee of Tyler Krieger. And head coach Nick Price is going to call timeout and see what he can do as he calls a full timeout. I want to get Greg Banks in here at this point.
Oh, yeah, here I am. I'm in the studio.
Wanted to talk to you. I know one of the things you're working on is a broadcast signal for the network.net. Let's talk about that briefly.
Yeah.
You're looking at an FM station.
Yeah, we're hoping, Dave, in February to put a new FM on the air in Huntingdon. You'll be able to listen to Bearcat sports throughout the year, of course. We'll have some other exciting things coming up as well, but we'll tell you more about the actual frequency. I will say there is a 9 in it, and it will be on the it will be on the FM dial, so you can listen in your cars. Right now, though, you can listen to us online or on any mobile device via TuneIn Radio app. So just download that app and listen to the airnetwork.net. You'll hear Dave Shannon with Bearcat Boys and Girls Basketball.
That doggone Bluetooth, just as a reminder for folks, that works pretty good in most cars.
Oh, yeah.
So you can do the airnetwork.net that way. Get that Bluetooth right into the speakers. And if by some strange reason we're actually in stereo, you'll be able to hear us in stereo.
That would be nice.
All right. 11.7 left to go. Sellers with the inbound. And he gets it into Smith. Quickly over Price. Dribbles down left side. Loses his footing. Goes down to his knees. And the ball is picked up by Cade Fortney. 2 seconds left. And the Bellefonte Red Raiders come in and upset the Bearcats tonight. The final score is Bellefonte 57 and the Bearcats 52. What a great effort. What a competitive game. You love it when these kind of games come out in a high school gym, and this was a beauty to watch. We'll be back and put a final wrap on this thing. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here and be back to wrap it up. Final score once again, Bellefonte 57, Huntingdon 52. More after this on the airnetwork.net.
Mel's Concrete in Huntingdon has over 20 years' experience in providing you with quality concrete work. When you have any job dealing with concrete, call Mel Woomer at 643-0909. Mel's Concrete specializing in porches, patios, basements, sidewalks, and more. Mel's Concrete also specializes in snow removal. There's no job too big or too small when it comes to concrete. Call Mel's Concrete, LLC at 643-0909.
Brenneman's Meat Markets are celebrating nearly 70 years in providing Huntingdon County with quality USDA-approved processed pork, chicken, and beef products. Brenneman's has 2 locations in the county where the tradition of the finest meats are found in the region. Stop by Brenneman's Huntingdon weekdays from 8 to 6, Saturdays 8 to 3. Mount Union, open 9 to 5 weekdays and 9 to 2 on Saturdays. Choose specials of $10 to $50 meat packs containing your favorite meats. Or stop by and ask about our select custom cuts, prepared and packaged while you wait. Brenneman's Meat Markets in Huntingdon and Mount Union. Call our office at 814-643-2751 for specials and more information.
Well, doggone it. The Bellefonte Red Raiders came in and handed the Huntingdon Bearcats a 5-point loss here in the Bearcats gym tonight at Huntingdon Area High School. 57-52. A couple of takeaways on this game. I think everybody contributed at some point throughout the course of the game. And a big tip of the cap to the Bearcats. They were down by a score of 20-7.
Trailed by 2 at the half, 31-29. Had the lead a couple of times in the second half, but then it was eventually the Red Raiders pulling ahead at the end.
Thank you for listening to Huntingdon Bearcat Basketball on the AirNetwork.net. Tonight's game was presented by Huntingdon Moose Family Center 223, the heart of the community, and by Penn Highlands Community College, an affordable education close to home. The game was also brought to you by All American Pizza and Subs, Brenneman's Meat Markets, Simone Chiropractic and Weight Loss, and Mel's Concrete LLC. Join Dave Shannon again next time for more exciting Bearcat basketball here on the Air Network.